So today is a really interesting day, and it's something I've never done in a class before, but it's a new makeup to me. So we are talking about sort of fantasy makeup today, and it's going to be a really fun end result. And I don't really want to show you guys what I'm working off of so that we kind of have the surprise at the end. We just got over doing animal makeup, and then we did drag makeup and showgirl makeup last week. So this is sort of a weird hybrid of both. So what I'm gonna be creating today is a sort of abstract, animalistic beauty makeup. And I guess you could also qualify that as fantasy, a little bit unrealistic, but it's not necessarily abstract in terms of bold colors and sort of making all of the features disappear. I'm going to be working with my features, but I'm going to create something that's sort of more alien-esque, that has some animal influences, but uses some of the techniques from the drag tutorial. So right now I'm moisturizing the under of my eye because a lot of the makeup that I'm going to do today is heavy under the eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and take these little moisturizing pads off. And the first thing we need to do today is cover the eyebrows because I really want to have full control over the end result of this. And I'm not a human really in this, so we're gonna make it look so. Right now I'm applying a sort of a primer that is gonna eliminate all the oils from my skin. We've kind of talked about this before. Getting all those oils out before we cover the brows. And if you guys notice, my eyebrows are fully grown back now. So this is definitely gonna be a fun experience. Another thing I wanted to point out is that I really wanted to recede my hairline. So I have this really chiseled sort of hairline here, but I kind of want to make that recede a little bit. So you guys can't see, but what I've done is I've gelled my hairline away from my face because I really want to push that hairline. And what I'm going to do may seem weird to you, but I'm going to actually cover my hairline with glue as well. And once I put the foundation on, you'll see that it sort of opens up my face. And that's one of the little tricks I kind of wanted to show you with the glue stick today. All right, so unlike with the showgirl drag queen makeup, I was like, hey, let's focus on the top half first and the bottom half second, which is a good way to do it if your eye makeup is gonna be really heavy. And we are gonna do a lot of powder shading today to sort of manipulate my features into a more alien-esque sort of thing. But to do that, to manipulate the entire face, I really wanna start with a clean palette. So I have prepped my face. I'm going to put on a little bit of moisturizer because after that skin prep stuff, the rest of my face is quite dry. So I'm just going to apply some moisturizer. And just like I would anything else, I'm going to start filling in my eyebrows. I'm going to take my little egg with my translucent powder, and I'm really going to press. Cool. So as we can see, my eyebrows are still really dark. So I'm going to add some cream makeup. I think I'm just going to use our Ben Nye brush and use this reddish color that we have in our kits to sort of redden and prep my eyebrows to really go away. All right, so look a little orange right now, all good. Once that's done, you can start putting in your normal base color. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill most of my face with this foundation color. Cool. Whoa, there we go. So now my whole face is covered. I have my hairline covered up, so I'm kind of like receding, so that already is a little jarring. So I'm gonna go ahead and sketch in the eyebrow shape and do the white cleanup step, which is just like we did last week, and go from there. So again, we're gonna sketch in our eyebrows with cream makeup and then set this after we put in our highlights. Okay, so you can kind of see the general outline of what I'm doing here. And it's really interesting because I'm using black, but I'm mixing it with the cream, so it's coming out really light, which is good. That's what we want. Because this makeup in the end is actually a very soft, subtle look, but it's all about the reshaping of the shadows of the face. So again, I have some new eyebrows drawn, and they're not like normal eyebrows I would draw for like performing in drag or anything. They have a little bit more of like an insect sort of thin quality, which is kind of what I'm going for, sort of like this insect fantasy makeup. So they're a little thinner and a little more angular. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to clean this up with white and put my highlight on my forehead, which we've done together. Cool. So now we have white underneath of there. Now, if I was doing a different type of makeup like Beauty Queen, I would probably chisel the top, but I really want to keep these lines and these planes sort of separate to get that sort of sci-fi feeling. So I'm not going to really go above here. What I am going to do is give myself a nice little highlight right here. Great, and you can really see that with this blending that I have here. Really makes the eyebrows go inward. Great. I'm noticing the coverage with the glue stick is actually pretty good. I'm really surprised. I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to go ahead and give myself a little bit of highlight and shadow just to sort of carve out some of the things I want to carve out. So with my white, I'm just gonna go back . All right, so that's kind of the highlight. Well, that actually did quite a bit. And now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of contouring with some shadow, just a little bit, just to bring in some drama, So really, that's kind of the contour that I wanted to go for. I wanted to really pull my face downwards and open up this. So now what I'm gonna do is I am going to set with powder, because the next couple things I'm gonna do are with eyeshadow. So I'm gonna take my translucent white neutral set and set the whitest part of the whites. Great. Now I'm going to set the rest of my face with normal skin tone setting powder. Cool. How are we looking? Smooth, very alien-esque. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna sketch in some of these weird shapes that I'm planning on using. So just like we did last week with the black eyeliner that's really thick, I'm going to use my angle brush and I'm going to sketch that in just like I did with the eyebrows. And I'm gonna do that on the outside of my eyes and concentrate where the darkness is going to be. So this eyeliner is going to be weird. It's actually going to come from underneath the eye and create the illusion of a different shaped pupil. So I'm going to take some black Ben Nye powder and I'm going to gently start sketching this makeup here. So you guys can see I have like a little bit of a sketch here. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in this bottom part with black so you guys can actually see it. Great. So you guys can see this sort of like weird shape that's going down, right? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna touch the top half right now. I'm gonna just focus on the other side, getting that angle straight. All right, so I kind of have that worked in there and we have this sort of like weird clown thing going right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sketch in now the top liner. And this one's just gonna be sort of like a normal wing shape, and I'm gonna really not go into the corner of my eye. I'm gonna keep it really nice and out here. So you'll be able to see with just a little bit of weird manipulation how this is gonna look. So now we have this sort of thing that's going out as well, and it will all get covered in black. But before I really go headfirst into that, I'm going to start by adding some other shapes to the rest of my face and then color, and then we'll make everything pop with black. So I'm having this sort of like motion that's going inward, so I really want this mouth to look non-human. So I'm going to start manipulating things a little bit here. All right, so we can all see this, right? So we can see how it's just black right now, but once I add in some more shading and some white to make everything pop, it's gonna look kind of freaky. So now that I have sort of things drawn in the way I really want them, oh, actually I forgot one more contour line. that will be very important when we make up this makeup. And I actually think I'm gonna do this very lightly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill in some of these white highlights, which you guys don't know yet, but I'm going to show you what I will be doing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some color. And today I'm going to use yellow, I think, because I'm wearing a yellow shirt. And I like the color yellow. And it's a little alien when you use it the right way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sort of punctuate some of this in a sort of like insect-like way. So really I'm just going to be kind of free with this and start putting it in some nice glowy, maybe not necessarily human areas. Can you guys see the yellow now?
Yes.
Great. So you're really just layering in those more soft, sort of glowy layers. And you can add more colors if you want. I'm gonna add a secondary color just to make it pop a little bit more. And it's gonna be a little bit orange, just to make things come through a little bit. Cool. So that's kind of where we're at now. I'm going to now use my liquid eyeliners to sort of clean things up and make the white pop a little bit more. All right, so we are almost there. As you can see, things are progressing pretty swiftly. I'm gonna add a second color in to just deepen some things, and I think I'm gonna go pretty red here. So now I'm gonna add, basically we're pretty much done. I think I'm gonna darken the eyebrows just a touch with some black, just to make them pop a little bit more. Great. We're almost there, guys. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some kind of a shimmer powder to some of these highlights, and what it's gonna do is it's gonna make it sort of gleam in the highlight and catch a lot of the light that's gonna be hitting. So I'm gonna take some of this fine sort of pearly highlight and I'm gonna work it into some of these highlighted areas. So close, you guys. This is looking pretty cool, huh? Pretty interesting. What I'm gonna do last is I'm gonna do basically a fake eyelash, and I'm gonna kind of set it in a really bizarre place. The eyelashes obviously usually sit on the top or the bottom of your own eyelashes, but what I've done is I've created a fake bottom lid. So I'm actually going to take my eyelash, put some glue on it, and we're gonna fake that under lid here. And I'm gonna attach it to that lid that I've created here. Ooh, weird. All right, I'm gonna take my liquid liner and I'm just gonna kind of add some sharper points. Ooh, alien creepy. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna add a couple gems and a couple accent dots with my liquid liner. All right, I think we are done. What do we think, guys?
Looks very fantastic.
Wow.
Weird, huh?
Looks cool.
So you can see, like, by using a lot of the things that we use for other types of makeups, by just manipulating the shapes a little bit, you really can create some weird looking things. All right, pretty fun, huh? Okay, guys, this is where I leave you. This has been really fun. I look like a weird insect alien thing. If you guys have any questions about responding to the video or anything, let me know. But other than that, I'll see you guys next week. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much, guys. This was fun.